Man, look at that sun, guys. It is unseasonably warm for October. We're already deep into October here in Alberta. And in your place too. I don't know why I said here. It's October. If it's October here, then it's October everywhere, right? That was a stupid thing to say. So let me know, is it October where you are? If I say we're deep into October, that means, you know, I mean, we're already well into October. You know, you could say, like, I mean, it's not the beginning of October anymore, right? It's, you know, maybe halfway or maybe even more than halfway. So, you know, I could say right now we're well into October, or I could say we're deep into October, and you know, it's unseasonably warm. And just look at that bright sun. I'm trying to think about last year this time. It wasn't this warm. Like, and you know, you can still see a lot of the trees have leaves, right? Like and green leaves too. Like that, those trees have green leaves. So, you know, that, so usually when the leaves turn yellow, they're, you know, they're on their last leg, right? If something is on its last leg, it's about to die, or it's about to be finished, all right? So, you know, these leaves, I mean, you can see some of the leaves have already blown off here, right? But usually when the leaves turn yellow like this, it's just a matter of a few days before they're blown away, right? So these leaves are on their last leg. Last legs. No, it's always singular. It's the last leg, not legs. All right, so yeah, so this is you know, we're already deep into October, and a lot of these trees have their leaves. Most of the trees have their leaves. That's unseasonably, well, it's unseasonably warm. It's, hey, there's a dog. Hey dog, how are you doing today? Can you understand English? I don't know if he understands English, guys. Unfortunately, I don't speak Doglish. Do you speak Doglish? So I just wanted to make a quick video to teach you a phrase to talk about the weather, because the weather is a really common topic, right? Probably in your country. Let me know, is it common to talk about the weather in your country? I think it's common all around the world. So, you know, one phrase you can use, or a term, a word, guys, someone coming up on the path here, I'll go down here. Whoa. Oh, what's this cool thing? It's a berry? I don't know what that is. But yeah, so one word you can use, a good word, is the word unseasonably. Unseasonably, okay? So that means that it's unusually warm or cold or something for that time of year. It's unusual. The dog is the dog was all quiet when I walked by, but when that other person walked by, oh, because she has a dog. That's why dogs get excited when they see other dogs, right? So yeah, so unseasonably, if I say it's unseasonably warm for October, that means it's unusually warm for October, right? Or if I say it's unseasonably cold for you know, if it's, let's say it's in the summertime, you could say it's unseasonably cold for June or July, right? Or it's unseasonably rainy for this time of year. Okay, so another phrase you can use is for this time of year. but that kind of means the same thing as unseasonably, right? So they kind of both mean the same thing. You could use them together. I could say it's unusual, I could say it's unseasonably warm for this time of year. But in a way, it's saying the same thing twice, right? Because unseasonably means it's strange for that season, right? So if I say it's unseasonably warm for this time of year, it's like I'm saying the same thing twice, right? I mean, you could say that, right? It's fine. But yeah, so it's a very common thing. It's a good word to add to your vocabulary to talk about the weather, because this is a word that you could use almost every day, and probably in your country too. You experience unseasonable weather, like, you know, maybe it's really rainy in your place now, and it's usually not rainy now. I mean, it's not supposed to be. Maybe the rainy season is past, but it's still rainy in your place, or it's snowy, or, you know. So you can use this word for any kind of weather or temperature. Like I said, it's unseasonably warm for October. You know, you could also use it for the kind of precipitation, like it's, you know, we're getting an unseasonably large amount of snowfall. No, could we say that? So it's unseasonable. Now I'm confused, guys. Can we use it for, like, snow always happens in the winter. I mean, let's say there's snow, and it does happen sometimes here in Alberta, where it snows even in the summer, right? So you could say, wow, this is really unseasonable weather. We're having very unseasonable weather. Okay, so if the word is weather, then the adjective is unseasonable. But if the adjective unseasonable is going to describe, if it's going to describe another adjective, then it's an adverb. It becomes an adverb, and we add ly. Okay, so you could say it's warm weather for October. Warm is the adjective, right? Adjectives describe nouns. Warm weather. But what modifies the adjective? What kind of warm? Is it normal warm weather, or is it unseasonably? It's unseasonably warm for this time of year. We have unseasonably warm weather. We are experiencing unseasonably warm weather. Yeah. So, you know, it could be with ly, or it could be without ly, depending on how you want to structure the sentence, right? So if you're just going to use the word weather, then take off the ly and just say unseasonable. Wow, we are having really unseasonable weather for July. It's snowing in July. This is really unseasonable. And you can just leave it as its own, like, you don't have to say another word after it. You could just say, this is really unseasonable. Okay, so it's July and it's snowing. This is really unseasonable. Or maybe it's in the winter and it's hot. Or in the fall, if we're like deep into the fall, like it's October. It's usually not this warm in October. So this is unseasonable. This is unseasonable. How about in your place? Is the weather right now unseasonable? You could also use this with flooding. Now, I've seen a lot of videos online where there are a lot of floods. If you're in a flood zone, guys, I hope you're doing okay. You know, a lot of places are having just record floods. Like in the US, they've had a couple hurricanes. Well, I don't know if it's unseasonable, but the flooding is it's just a lot of flooding. Right, so if you're getting a lot of flooding in a time when there's usually not flooding, then you could say we're having an unseasonably large amount of flooding. We're experiencing an unseasonably large amount or high amount of flooding this year. So guys, if you live in an area that's prone to floods, then I hope you're okay. Hope your house wash away. Prone means it's if something is if something is usual to something, right? Those dogs are having a fight. So if you live in an area that's prone to flooding, that means it's very susceptible. That area is very susceptible to floods. It happens quite often. Okay, susceptible. That's another good word to use, especially to talk about health. Okay, if you're susceptible to illness, you could say my immune system is not very strong, so I'm really susceptible to getting sick. I'm susceptible to diseases. I'm susceptible to getting the flu every year. I get the flu every year. I'm really susceptible to colds and flus. Okay, are you susceptible to diseases? I hope not. Hope your immune system is rock solid. So yeah, guys, that's just a good word to talk about the weather. Like I said, you also use the phrase for this time of year. You don't need to use unseasonably, although it's a good word to use. But you could just say, I could just say, it's really warm for this time of year. Or it's really cool for this time of year. It's chilly. It's chilly for this time of year. Or it's really rainy for this time of year. Or we're getting a lot of snowfall for this time of year. Okay? So that's it. It's just a tip I wanted to give you guys to talk about the weather, because the weather is such a common topic, right, to talk about. Guys, look at these nice bulrushes here. These kind of plants that kind of grow near water are called bulrushes. Look at that. They kind of look like a hot dog, right? Can I step down there? Is it water down here? Okay, I can go down here. So look at that. Doesn't it look like a hot dog on a stick? It looks like a hot dog, guys, but it's not a hot dog. It's a bulrush. So these are some bulrushes. Anyway, guys, as always, I love you so much. Hope you're doing great. Let me know about the weather in your place. What's the weather like at this time of year? Is it unseasonable? Are you experiencing unseasonable weather? Is it unseasonably warm where you are, or is it unseasonably cool? So this is strange. We're deep into October and it's unseasonably warm for this time of year. Well, I'm happy. I'm not complaining. I don't like cold weather. You guys know that. I mean, I'm here in a t-shirt and we're deep into October, so hope we keep this weather all winter. That'd be great. I love unseasonable weather when it's in my favor. If it's not in my favor, if it's like the wrong kind of weather, then I don't like unseasonable weather. But for right now, I'm enjoying this unseasonable weather, and I hope you are too, wherever you are. Let me know how you're doing down in the comments. I love you so much. I hope you guys are staying safe, healthy. Hope you're not prone to disease. I hope you're not susceptible to different kinds of illnesses. So I hope you're doing great, guys, and as always, I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.